Well, let's go.
Hey, welcome back. This is LeijaLift. I'm Juan.
I'm Victor.
And this is LeijaLift podcast before we lift. We actually did lift before we podcasted this morning, right? Yeah, so we are going to get straight to it. So we're going to do a little bit different format. As you can see, it's a different studio, aka different bedroom.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna do more of a macros thing for all those people that haven't worked out for 6 weeks and are now getting back to the gym. And really, I'm gonna ask the nutrition expert here on if he thinks my plan is good and if I should continue with my current plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What is the current plan?
My current plan. So check it. So I haven't lost weight and I didn't gain weight, but I know I definitely lost muscle and replaced it with fat for my appearance. Okay. That's for sure. So my plan right now is not to lose weight particularly, is really to either maintain or even increase a little bit of weight, but getting back to working out. So my macros, I want to be able to eat enough to maintain my weight right now, knowing that I'm still going to be losing the fat and replacing and adding building muscle, which is probably going to make me go up in weight.
A little bit.
Yeah. Because I haven't, like I said, I haven't lost weight, but I haven't gained weight, but I definitely can see the difference in my physique. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to show anything like that right now, because I ain't video ready, you know what I'm saying? But so that's my goal right now. Getting back to working out, meaning I'm going to be losing more calories. But I still want to maintain my current weight, just because I think losing weight right now is going to defeat the purpose of going on a cut, because I haven't really been building muscle. Yeah, I haven't been building a foundation. My workouts were not the same not going to the gym. They were like as good as you can get. Could they have been better? Yeah, but the motivation was definitely not there.
It's not the same.
In the past, the equipment, you have a variety of equipment going to the gym. You can be like, oh, you know what? I feel like doing this today. Home workout, it's kind of like, well, what you need to come up with something already.
What can I do today as opposed to what do I want to do today?
Exactly. I like that. We're gonna keep that in here. I'm gonna keep that on the recording. Yeah, so that's the difference. Is you're not limited at home, but for what, if you're used to lifting with barbells, dumbbells, adding weights instead of doing body weight exercises, it's different, because you have to think of what you're going to do, because it's a completely different workout for you. And that's where we're getting back to the heavy resistance, where now I can really load my body. But I will preface this by saying, don't go back to lifting the same resistance you were doing before you left the gym like 6 weeks ago, because that's a good recipe, good way to get hurt. So even me, I'm still not lifting like the same weight I was doing before, but I'm definitely lifting now. So
I can feel it too, like going to the gym and lifting the weights. I feel it. I feel a loss. Even if it's not a massive loss, it is definitely a loss.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it too, I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's what happens when you lose weight quickly.
But you lose weight.
I've lost a solid 17 or so pounds.
Yeah. See,
unintentional.
I don't lose weight. I maintained. He loses weight. So I have the opposite, where I don't know, I guess I could be the way that I eat too.
I mean, that's also taken into consideration that I was consuming 2,700 to 2,800 calories, and I'm still kind of dropping slowly. Right. I mean, like I said, like you mentioned, it could be muscle related, but still, I'm dropping weight regardless. Yeah. I mean, regardless of situation.
And I was probably eating even a little bit more, but I didn't gain weight.
A little more happy food.
Yeah, a little bit more. I had more like 3-day weekends instead of 2-day weekends. So definitely physique-wise is a difference, but macros-wise, or not macros-wise, but like weight-wise, I'm still the same. So my plan, going into my original question, is I'll probably be eating anywhere around 2,600 calories to maintain. I'm probably gonna still be losing. I mean, take into consideration, I'm probably gonna lose day in. I'm gonna be losing calories, but I'm going to be retaining more muscle or adding muscle mass. So I feel like that's gonna kind of balance itself out as far as, yeah, like I'm probably going to be losing more calories with workouts now because I'm probably going to be burning, I'd say, anywhere around, let's say, about 500 calories with like 400 to 500 calories in addition to what I was doing before, maybe more like 400. But I'm going to be eating like 2,600 calories. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I mean, you're just adding. It would be the same thing as before. You're just accounting for what you're eating and what you exercise. Is just kind of, it just goes into limbo basically.
Yeah,
it's not accounted for. Yeah, I think that's a good plan to maintain. I would say try to get the protein to your goal to admit like as close as you can to the 1 gram per pound, if not a little bit higher, because even especially when trying to retain muscle, it's, if anything, slightly more important. Like when you're cutting, if anything, there's slightly more emphasis on protein to preserve and maintain as much muscle. And since you're trying to maintain as much while you're still trying to lose fat, I would say to for sure try to hit as close to your goal as possible. And if, even if it's slightly a little bit more than what you're used to, even if it's a little bit more than 1 gram per pound, even if I wouldn't go anything past like 1.3 grams, but even, that? It's unnecessary. It's just, 1.3 grams is probably the highest that any professional would really recommend, unless you're like on some insane, Mr. Olympia stuff. But
what if I am?
Even at that, I'm not sure any professional would recommend that.
You don't know how I'm training now.
Yeah.
You ain't seen these gains in 1 week, boy.
Losses.
Whatever.
But I would say for sure, try to get as close to that 1 gram per pound, whatever that is, 180, 190, 200 range for you. If it's a little bit higher, that's fine. Your carbs and fats really depend on you and how you prefer to spread those out.
Yeah.
So that's really a preference thing. I like a little bit more carbs. That's just me. But for sure, try to keep your fats to over 30% to 40% of your goal.
Right.
For hormone transportation.
So if I'm trying to probably take in 2,600, let's say, because my maintenance, I would say my maintenance is like 20. I'd say like 24 to 25 is my maintenance. So let's say that I'm taking in 100 calories more to maybe 100 to 200 more calories more than my maintenance. So I'll probably be losing a net of like 200 to 300 a day, which is going to add up to what, like 21 a week, 21 to 14 calorie loss a week, which is half a pound maybe,
give or take. It's about 3,500.
But then also you're still working towards maintaining or probably building more muscle. So you're probably going to get a little. I'm still probably going to either maintain or get a little bit heavier.
Yeah, I would say you may see the changes in maybe the fat loss, and you will maybe maintain or drop maybe your size. You're going to drop in size because you're losing fat, and it's just going to come with it.
I don't exactly know how much.
That's not a terrible thing, because as you work your way back into the strength and into the building phase, and you can kind of bulk after that.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to like try to maintain weight and maintain weight in the gym too, and not really increase yet, then that's probably going to be your best option regardless.
I'm going to slowly continue to increase resistance on my lifts, eventually getting back to what I used to do. I gave myself 6 weeks off. I'm probably going to give myself, I'd say, around roughly the same time to get back to like every lift being normal, I would say. But we're talking, I was trying to do like 3 to 4 sets of like 2 to 3 reps. So
you're powerlifting styles.
Yeah, more along those lines of a power
building, as you call
based. Yeah, more power based. So that's why I'm going to give myself that much time. I wasn't doing like high volume. I feel like I would probably give myself less time to return to high volume, to like the same resistance.
Yeah.
But because I was lifting heavier, it's going to take a lot of motor control, neuromuscular motor control, as well as building that muscle back up. because you want to avoid injuries, right? To any extent. So I think the safer route here would be to wait and build myself back up at an allowed time frame. So if I took 6 weeks off, I'm gonna give myself at least 6 weeks to get. It's probably gonna take me longer than that. Yeah. I'd give myself 8 weeks probably.
It's harder to build.
More than likely.
Tend to lose for sure.
Yeah, I'd probably give myself more realistic time frame of 8 to maybe even 10 weeks to get back to what I was doing before.
And then you can.
Yeah, not to say that some of my lifts are not going to come back faster, but to get back to all my lifts, getting back to normal around 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, I felt it in my bench this week. I felt it a little bit in my squat. The only one that I was able to maintain a pretty good base on was my deadlift. So I was able to maintain a pretty good, retain some strength there. I was still able to hit 315.
Why did you even try that?
Because it was too easy.
Dang, boy.
It was too easy. Like
that's where I felt my weakness was on deadlift this week.
No, deadlift was my strength. My squats were okay. Like I was still able to do 225 and I was still able to rep. It was a little more challenging, but my bench for sure, I felt that one.
Yeah.
First set and I felt, holy cow, this is crazy heavy, and it was like 25 pounds lighter.
And maybe that's the difference between me, that I know how easily you can get hurt. I didn't even try the 2 plates on deadlift.
See, I was warming up, and one plate was like, okay, I feel good, and I did like 3 sets, and then I said, you know what, I'm probably gonna do the 185 and kind of like work there for maybe this day, and then I did it, and I ended up like 15 reps, and then I still felt like I had more in me, so I said, okay, you know what, let me try 225. And so when I did it and I still got 10, and I said, that's still too easy, so I put 10 more just to kind of like see if maybe that was just maybe me like mentally, but it just kept going, and I was still able to hit 315 for 5 comfortably.
I don't know how many sets you got.
Probably like 8 or 9.
Well, the good thing is that you did a lot of lower volume and worked on your reps, which is good.
I was just focused on the control. I wasn't focused so much on pulling the weight. I was focusing on the control of it to get the rhythm, because not deadlifting in 6 weeks. So I was just focused on more of the control of it, and it felt really, really easy. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to push myself just because I don't feel like I should.
Yeah. See, I did the opposite. I did 185. Left it there. I didn't even think of going to 2 plates because I knew I would want to do it, and I was like, we're just gonna leave it here. I'll do the 2. I know I can do 2 plates. I'll just do it next time.
See, I know it gets heavy for me when I do mixed grip. So the fact that I was still doing double overhand at 225 easily for like 10 was my cue to see maybe if I could do a little more.
All right.
But I would definitely say I'm going to stay like at 280 maybe work sets for a little while.
All right.
But I was able to get 315, so that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even thinking of getting there for like another month or something. Maybe in 5 weeks or something.
Yeah, but I'm sure your bench would be stronger than mine. My bench definitely fell.
Yeah, well, I don't flat bench at all. With the straight bar.
Even dumbbell bench.
But my dumbbell bench, I was able to get it back. I'd say around 75%. I mean, not that I was doing a lot. I think I was doing like 85s before. I went back to like 60s maybe.
No, I was at 60s, but mine I was doing on like 75s.
That's not 80s.
Bad. Before I was doing 75 to 80s for a good 8 to 10.
Yeah, that's
and
not
today
bad.
Actually I did 60s, and that felt decent, but maybe I can do 65.
All right. So getting back to the macro. So you said no more than 1.3. Let's say I do I'm 195 right now, so at least 195 grams, right?
That would be the aim.
Of protein. Okay. Do you have your calculator with you? I don't want to do the long math right now. I can, but I'd rather not.
Okay.
So 195, yeah. How many calories does that turn into?
780.
780. So our target is 2,600 calories, or 780 calories.
So you got 1820 left.
1820. So we divide out of the 2,600. Let's give me 35 of fat. So 35 of that of
0.35. You got 637.
So let's go 637. So of fat.
So you're looking at about 70 to 71, well, 70.7 grams. So you're looking at about 70 to 71
grams. 71 grams of fats. And then what's the rest in carbs?
Looking at about 1180, and that leaves
calories.
When that leaves you at about 295 carbs.
295. That's still pretty high.
It is.
Carbs. All right. So.
But that's, I mean, you're doing about the same percentage on carbs and fat, but taking into consideration that they're 9 versus 4 grams.
Right.
Or calories, should I say.
Yeah, so so not eating enough fats, because I mean, if you eat too low fats, and you're also messing with your development of your steroids, your natural cholesterol.
Yeah, the hormone transportation, testosterone as well.
Hormonal issues,
that's why I'm saying I think it was under 30%. So like if your goal is 100 grams, if you're doing anything under 30, is when it starts to mess with your production of hormones and transportation and whatnot. So
I don't know why I said steroids, but I mean it's still steroids still, and but I should have gone more with cholesterol or hormones.
But steroids.
Yeah, steroids are.
Cholesterol's a steroid, guys.
I don't want to confuse anyone. They'd be like, this fool taking steroids over here. He's eating steroids. They sell them in cereal boxes now. So that's how I ingest my steroids. All right, so we got a decent plan, Dan.
I think you got a good plan. I would just do it for the week as best you can, and we'll revert back to it next episode, and we'll see how you felt, and if there was any changes or changes that you want to make to that.
I mean, I'm now working out every day, which on the home workouts I might have even skipped a day at times, but now that the gym is back, I'm waking up again like at 5:30, going to the gym, getting out and like reading and stuff. So I'm actually a little bit more I'm on a better schedule now that the gym is open. It's funny how that affects you.
That makes two of us. I did start waking up again at like 5 o'clock and start making it before I go to work, and I feel a million times better. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Waking up at 5, waking up early, I feel a million times better throughout the day.
Even today on a Sunday, which I was used to getting up like the past couple weeks, I was used to getting out of bed like around 9. My body just woke up at 6:30.
Naturally.
So I was already, by 6:30, I was already awake. I went to go get my groceries. I worked out, and then I came over here so we could record. So when you text me this morning, what was it, like at 7:38?
Something like that.
I was like checking out at HEB.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, it was like 7:30ish.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll go work out, because I was gonna go work out right after that.
Oh yeah.
So after I got my groceries, I just want to go work out. And then so I'm also gonna make an active rest day video, because even now I'm doing like almost 2.5 workouts, because I'll go walk or I'll go run as a second workout.
Oh yeah.
Daily, I would say at least like 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So I do
mine every other day.
Yeah.
Give or take. For sure on like off days from the gym I'm doing it, but every other day or so is when I'm trying to go run.
Yeah. And now I'm just trying to get like in a 5K ready shape. I don't know why. There's no real reason. I just want to be able to run if I have to. If I have to run for 3 miles, I'll be ready to run for 3 miles. I might even join a few 5Ks here and there, but I want to have a good mix of like cardio and strength. I think that's really what I'm going for. I'm not trying to lift. I'm not trying to break any world records in lifting. I'm trying to like run as faster than Usain Bolt. But I just want a good mix of being able to run and having good cardio, good power, and then good strength.
So an athlete almost.
Yeah, in a sense, without competing for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really what I'm working towards. Again, the goal is to maintain right now, because this is a post-COVID world, so everyone's lifts and macros are different now. So we're trying to get back to pre-COVID fitness right now.
Pre-COVID fitness.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to follow a similar plan maybe for the next month or so. Just kind of work my way into feeling the weight, and then probably trying to see if I can get further, because if I wait too long and if I continue just to like maintain, I'm going to drop a ridiculous and ugly amount of weight.
Yeah, and you also want to avoid injury as much as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so can't stress this enough. Don't go back to lifting your normal weight. Like, give yourself time to build up. Make a plan for yourself, like we did right now. Make a plan if you're that serious about it. Like, we talk about making plans all the time, and we might not follow it as strict as we probably should, but we're also not like on any time frame or any what's it called? We're not trying to meet any like specific deadlines with our macros or our lifting.
It's about enjoyment.
Yeah, so you set a goal so that whenever you stray away for a day or two, you know where to come back to, and then get yourself on a path, because this is you're doing this for life, really. If you want to maintain a certain physique or certain health standards for yourself for your lifetime, I would say it's good to revisit something like this every 3 months and reassess of what you want to focus on for the next couple of weeks, as you prepare, let's say, for like the holidays, as we've done before, pre-COVID to post-COVID phase, to getting back to pre-COVID physique,
yeah,
or health. So it's important to revisit. I think right now, the earlier the better, your lifting philosophy or whatever you want to follow, and your food intake or nutrition aspect. That's really what we're doing this video for. Anything else?
No, but if you do go back to the gym and you get hurt, Elite Athlete
right here.
got you
I don't have my shirt on, but
I know.
I always have my shirt on.
I'm washing mine dirty, so I gotta wash mine.
Yeah, I always have my shirt on. I bet everyone thinks I only have one shirt, because I use that shirt for everything. But yeah,
it's the same color and all.
It's the same color, and I just have the same shirt 5 times. That's what it is. Again, visit us at Elite Athlete or Elite Athlete _RGV or Juan LeijaLift _
and Victor Leija _
Yeah, and I'm starting to post a lot more, so I'm trying to get a little bit more active on the socials. You could find me on TikTok too, but I usually post those videos on my Instagram that's titled Elite Athlete _RGV. It's the same for TikTok. And then we'll post this up on YouTube and on the podcast, LeijaLift.
Yep.
All right. So we'll put all the links somewhere, and they all will mesh and then follow each other like that. Anything else?
No.
That's it. Esto por hoy. Dale.